Hi guys, it's Joe and we're here painting up Kozmoll Wickedwitch. Why is it called Kozmoll anyway? This one was a lot greater of a challenge to paint than previous cards due to a much larger variety of colours within the card itself and more detail within the picture. It was kind of like painting a Magic card rather than a Yu-Gi-Oh card, though that's obviously a testament to Genzo Man's artwork and the fact that they're taking the art direction in Yu-Gi-Oh in a really good place, because I mean Magic's lauded for its artwork and Yu-Gi-Oh not so much, but it's getting a lot better. I've actually decided to use a Sharpie for this video and I hate Sharpies. I absolutely hate them. Everyone who alters cards with a Sharpie, I sit there and I go, a 5-year-old could have done that. I don't mean to be rude to people, but I'm allowed to be a little elitist with these things because I've prided myself on my art skills for a long time. So I'm a little snooty about it, I guess, but I've never ever seen like a card that's been altered with a Sharpie that I thought looked really amazing. With this one though, I think it provides a really thin base layer for paint to go on, and because of the material that the marker is made out of, the paint actually sticks to it quite nicely. So as much as I'm using one, I'm not using one for the purposes of actually having something to look through. It's something that provides a base for the paint that I'm going to use. I'm actually trying to be hipster and not play Kozmo for the next format. I still need to find a Dark Destroyer, which doesn't help, and there's no way I'm paying those prices. So I'll either stick with sci frames or move on to something completely off the wall like Fluffles or something. I'll post up a deck profile one day when I have one worth paying attention to and I do really well in some big tournament or something, because that's going to happen anytime soon. I really enjoy straight up control, so sci frames really speak to me, as I like leaving my moves hidden so I can play the player rather than the deck they're playing, if that makes any sense. Honestly, as much as Kozmo do seem scary and OP and all that jazzery or screaming the house down, there's always something on the horizon when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, it was Necros, it was Dragon Rulers, it was Shadows, it was like, and we've got Perform Power Perform Mage coming around the corner, everyone's screaming doom and gloom about that. But if people can be inventive, then I have a lot of respect for you. There's a ton, and I mean a ton, of good cards that just no one even reads. Like, no one even looks at half the cards that Yu-Gi-Oh! That has to offer, and people really should look into some of these. I mean, I saw that there was a Fluffle deck that sort of went undefeated at an ARG tournament, and I think that's a pretty good thing. That's when in a format full of Kozmo, and it's full of loads of stuff, and someone's coming through with something unknown. And I really appreciate that. Don't let the keyboard warriors sit there and tell you, oh, your deck's crap, you don't know what you're doing, you should be playing this. And also don't let people sit there and go, oh, you're being boring, you're just playing the high tier stuff. It's just play whatever you want, It's like, don't let the keyboard warriors take you down. There's a lot of creativity out there that's just begging to be opened up. And if you can, get to that and you stick to your guns, then props to you. I also, don't think there's anything wrong with the can't beat and join 'em attitude. At the end of the day, some people don't have time to sit there and find all these inventive things, so they want to kind of have a reference point. I do think that it's fine to net deck, generally speaking. The reason that I think that people take an issue with it is when people sit there and try and claim it as their own. At that point, yeah, alright, I take an issue with that too. It's not your deck. Someone else came up with it first. They should have the props for the creativity, not you. If you have any suggestions for something new for me to play, whether it's something meta or something completely off the wall batshit crazy, then leave a suggestion for me in the comments. It'd be really cool to kind of see what things people come up with. I started up my new series on YouTube fairly recently, which is called Games for Tea, where I'm talking to gamers all over, bringing you guys up to speed with what's going on in my life and with travelling and stuff like that, with some gameplay footage from various games I'm playing, one of which could be Yu-Gi-Oh, to keep you all entertained all the while. These aren't just your normal Let's Play videos with video games and stuff, so give it a watch if you want to see something really different to the paintings. Don't forget to check out Joesephyr cards over on Etsy if you want to own one of these pieces for yourself. I mean, this piece is going to end up on there as well, so feel free to send me a message if you have any questions, or if there's anything in particular that you're interested in me doing. I mean, there's restrictions on stuff, like you can't do anything above a rare, generally speaking. I'm still trying to work out the finer parts of how to do that, but right now I'm sticking to commons and rares, just because it's that much easier, because matte paint and foil card doesn't gel very well, so I'm not doing it right now. If you have any questions or anything, like I said though, leave a comment or send me a message on the Facebook page, which is also Joesephyr, so feel free to check that out. So thanks for watching this time-lapse video of Kozmoll Wickedwitch. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Do like, rate and subscribe to Joesephyr for more paintings, more games and more gaming gossip. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks very much. Bye.